Hey guys, it's time for a new project. The old TRX4 Bronco that I built right here that you've seen drive on water if you've been following my channel. Yes, I've water skipped it. It's going to undergo a lot of modifications for a four-wheel steer class 3 truck. And I'm using these big 2.2 KLR tires, gold compound from Ottsix. So to make these tires fit this truck, it's going to take some work. So for this video, it's going to be basically the teardown. I'm going to show you guys what's in the truck now, show you guys with everything stripped out of it that I don't need. I'm not sure what the electronics are going to be just yet. I have an idea, but I got to see if I can get them in time. But anyway, four-wheel steer, 2.2 tired truck. Let's get busy. This isn't one of those projects where you just slap on big tires and call it done. They don't fit. They hit, rub everywhere. They get into the sliders pretty bad. So I definitely have a lot of work to do to make this thing go. So let's get started. This is the mess I'm about to take out. So many wires, so many little things that I've had on this truck over the years, you know, testing this motor, that ESC, you know, just testing a lot of stuff with it. All of that's coming out. I'm going to leave the shift servos in because those have got to stay. So here are the electronics I took out of it. Castle Mamba X, Hobbywing 1060, that's my winch controller. This is a Holmes Polar Pro BL 3500 kV 540 motor. That's an awesome motor. 8-channel receiver and a Reese 555 servo. Now I'm not sure exactly what's going back in it yet, but I think I found the body I want. That looks awesome. So I've got a clear body ordered. Now, the new sport body, I really like it because it's not an SUV. It's fairly skinny at the top of the cab, which is nice. I can make my old sliders work with a little bit of trimming and adjustment. The front approach angle is really good. The rear is pretty good too. Not too worried about that. With four-wheel steering, I should be able to maneuver around. And all the fenders will be cut off. And the body's going to be sitting a little bit lower, so it won't be like, you know, sky high. I don't really want that. The axle clearance is going to be amazing. Man, I can't wait to actually see this thing done now. Wow. I mean, yeah, like I said, it's going to be down lower, so it won't be as quite as tall, but I'll still retain all the axle clearance, which is huge. It's awesome. With everything cleaned out, I think I like it. I mean, minimalist, you know, so yeah. I don't know how this thing's going to end up. I mean, I really don't know, but I can't wait to see it. This is what I'm putting in the axles. I'm going to take those apart. Now, there's another front axle housing. These are the heavy metal axles from Team Raffi. So I'm going to open up the back end, use the ring and pinion, put it into that. I've got the Traxxas High Performance Chromoly axle shafts that go in the rear. I've got the plastic diff covers out of like a Bronco or something because I have clearance issues with these right here, the Hot Racing. So, and I really don't want that brass at that location. I've got these brass covers. This little piece is for the rear steering, STRC brass knuckles, and these aluminum C-hubs. I featured these in a video before. They give about a 1/4 inch more clearance between the actual C-hub. So I'm going to weigh these axles to get a starting point, and then I'm going to tear into them. Okay, let's get this front axle weighed in. It is 709 grams, 25 ounces, 1 pound, 9 ounces. That's just the front axle. Okay, let's get the rear axle on the scale. 447 grams, 15.8 ounces. Just in case you're wondering, the Team Raffi axle housing itself actually comes in at 121 grams, 4.3 ounces. I have beat the heck out of these gears and they have never broken. I mean, wow. I just don't think you can go wrong with a Traxxas portal axle. As I dig into the rear axle, you see that front seal? It is gone, sitting right over there. That actually fell out, so yep, I'll due for some maintenance anyway. Front axle is done. The rear axle is almost a complete mirror image. I did leave the diff cover off so you guys can see the
diff lock and how that works. It just simply slides over and locks the diff up through the cable. Nice and simple. Had to do a little work to this piece to make it fit where I wanted, which is right there. With both of those links on, it's time to actually put the servo mount on. There they are, fully complete. I still got to center the servo so there's no screw in there, but this is my rear steer setup. That hopefully turned out better than I thought. Okay, let's see how much these axles weigh now. We have 580 grams. That is a little bit lower than what it was before. 20.4 ounces. 1 pound, 4.4 ounces. So yeah, front axle is a little bit lighter. Okay, let's check the rear axle, complete with the servo and all that. 690 grams, 24.3 ounces, 1 pound, 8.3 ounces. I'll more than likely end up changing these out, possibly even going back to the stock ones, but first I'll probably try these MFR covers because I really don't want a heavier rear axle than front axle. Now to fit this into the chassis, I use a 6mm spacer and just kind of put the screw all the way through it. And I had to pull these out because, well, fitting this in while in the chassis is a bit of a pain. Now, usually I set up and, you know, have everything ready to basically give you guys the end result. Not so much with this. Let's just see how this thing fits. With everything mounted up, it fits better than I thought, but I'm still going to have to clearance the chassis a little bit. It's kind of getting a little bit of rub. It's a little bit closer to this side. Probably my mount not all that perfect, but anyway, that looks pretty good. Definitely workable. The sliders, I got to cut them here and then bend them up and then adjust these accordingly on both sides because, you know, the front tires get into that and so do the rear tires. So, but this thing has some pretty serious angle. Pretty darn awesome. When I get in the new sport body, the fenders will be trimmed like I mentioned earlier, and everything should clear pretty darn good. I gotta say, that's a lot of clearance. I like it.
So guys, that wraps up part one of the new build, Grimlock 3. The rear steer axle went in pretty good. Got to clearance that chassis, adjust a few things, you know, the sliders and all that. And then hopefully I can get this thing running sooner rather than later. Guys, thanks for watching.